I've spent a lot of time talking about in-person networking. Now let's talk about how do you do it online? Because for many of you, online networking is easier or something you're going to lean on more, but there's a little difference and some nuances as to what we want to talk about when we're talking about online networking. So I'm just going to talk about some high level stuff and then we're going to go into some details. The important aspect, whether you're using LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or however you're doing it, is to realize that with your online network, that LinkedIn is your most critical way. LinkedIn is a business network. People go to it for reasons of connecting with other business people or professionals. Don't just limit it to business, whether you're a nonprofit, an educator, whatever. You want to be connecting with people who you want to connect with. LinkedIn is the most important one professionally. Twitter, use it as an online resource to build your network. Follow topics that are interest to you or that are of professional development importance. And then follow the people who seem to be the influencers who are doing posts. Find a way to connect with them, find a way to retweet with them, find a way to get comfortable connecting with these influencers and these subjects. But another way of using the online platform to help you with your networking is really simple. Set a Google alert about the subject that you care about and have that information delivered to your inbox every single day. Because then when you are networking either online or in person and you want to follow up with individuals about an article or an issue that they care about, you can have a link to that. So if you're really active on Twitter, but you find that you don't have enough to say, by having Google Alerts come to your inbox in addition to your Twitter feed, you're going to find different articles. You'll be able to post things, you'll be able to reply to other people, you'll be able to add things to the conversation. And you can do that on LinkedIn, you can do that on Facebook, you can do that on Twitter. Now I started with LinkedIn because I was saying that, hey, this is the place where most professionals go to do their networking. But LinkedIn is very different than how especially millennials have treated Facebook or Instagram or any of their other, social networks that are out there. You really want to hold your professional network close. You want to be able to vouch for people because if you're going to accept someone's invitation on LinkedIn, you really want to know something about their quality of work. Don't just accept everyone who, offers you an invite. I would say about 50% of the time you can have great connections. 50% of the time you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, because by doing this, you're not only connecting with you, but you're connecting to your whole network. So first, do a really good job of screening. But then once you've done that and you've got, yourself on LinkedIn, you've got your profile, put it up there as professionally as possible and have it be forward looking. Don't have it be backward looking. Don't have it just be your resume. Talk about who you are and what you want to be and who you plan to be, not just what you've done. And if someone checks out your profile, go ahead and check them out too, because if there's a reason that they looked at you and you're trying to wonder, should I connect? Well, send them a message, get to know them, and then you can find out whether or not you want to connect. I started with LinkedIn, but it's just as important that you really understand your profiles in your other social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. You got to realize that what you have posted and that's open to the general public on Facebook and Twitter, recruiters are going to look for. In fact, 92% of recruiters in the tech industry use social media in their job recruitment process. So you need to really be thinking about what you've got up online. We've all been told by our parents, hey, don't send out something that you wouldn't want to show up in the paper, whatever. But it's really important that if you're wanting to move up within an organization or you're applying for a job or you're going to an interview, that you go through your social media sites and untag things that, if you realize you don't want someone to look at it, it's really important.